It comes from China.
Ian, what are we doing here?
Well, President Trump hasn't referred to this as the Chinese flu until about 2 days ago. It links up with his policies in response to coronavirus imploding and the markets imploding in the United States. And it made it harder for him to blame Obama, blame Biden. He needs someone to blame, and China is the proximate country. And the problem with that, of course, is, I mean, yes, it did indeed come from China originally. And furthermore, the Chinese did indeed cover it up for the first month. So they are responsible. But on top of this massive market meltdown and economic shutdown we're seeing in the United States right now, picking a fight with the Chinese, who feel vastly more confident today coming out of this crisis than they did after 2008, is going to cause more economic damage. And while it's politically expedient for Trump to do so in an electoral cycle, the likelihood that we end up in an economic fight with the Chinese, where we pull out of the phase one trade deal, they're not buying the goods they promised to buy, and the Chinese are making gains in places like Europe, the Middle East, where they're actually providing humanitarian medical aid, supplies, personnel, and the Americans are actually undermining the relations with those countries. The potential that we end up coming out of this coronavirus crisis in a Cold War with the Chinese is becoming real.
Ian, this speaks directly to what you were saying earlier, the need to blame, the need to attribute troubles to another source.
There is plenty of blame here to go around, Brian, and ultimately the Americans do have to. If you want to put America first, we should also be blaming our own leadership first. That's really the kind of America first we need to see. We have to see leadership in our country to take care of our own people. And I see a lot of passing of the buck right now. I don't see a lot of it stopping with the White House.